Hello friend, welcome back to the Python web application development series. So this is the third part of this series. In third part we will learn how to use the MySQL database by using Python. So in first part we have already discussed how to install the MySQL database, how to install the Python and how to install a different library that required to design web application. So I request you first watch my first part. Then in second part we already discussed how we can use the basic command of Python so that you can create the web application. So I request you please watch first and second part, then come back to the third part. So let's see what we will learn in third part. The topics cover under the lecture 3. The first topic we will see MySQL basic command, under which we will see how to create a database, how to create a table in MySQL by using the MySQL command. Then in next part we will see how to create the database by using a Python. Then we will see how to create the table inside that available existing database. Then we will see how to insert the data into our table and how to read the data from the table by using the Python language. So let's jump to the first part, MySQL basic command. So to create the database into MySQL, there is syntax create database. Then you have to provide a database name. So we will first open the MySQL server. So to open the MySQL server, just go to your start bar and search MySQL. Then MySQL command line client will open, and here give your password, that is root ROOT. Then it is waiting for your command. So if you want to create, so first part is how to create a database. So to create a database we have to pass database name. So in our web application we have to use medicine database. So we will use this command. So you can see here there is with syntax there is first create, then database name. So our database name is medicine. So press enter. So once database created, the MySQL give you response that query okay, one row affected. So that means your database is created. So after that find the list of existing database in your MySQL. So if you want to find the existing database, there is command show databases. So if you use this command, so you can see there is already different number of database present in MySQL. We have just created this medicine database. You can see this is the name of our database. Then next part is select database before create a table. So if you want to create a table or if you want to use that database, you have to first select that table, select that database. So if you want to select that database, you can use this command use and database name. So in our case our database is medicine. So we will type command use medicine and press enter. So you can see here database change. That means the medicine database. Now onwards we will use medicine database. The next command is delete database. So if you want to delete your existing database, you can use this command drop database name. So let's say if you want to drop bank KB database, so inventory database from available database, so you can use drop database and database name, that is inventory, and press enter. So you can see query okay, 3 row affected. Now if you use command show database and press enter, you can see before delete that database, the inventory database present inside database. So after this command drop database inventory, you can see under the database there is no inventory database. So you can delete this database by using this drop database command. So let's move toward the next part of this series, that is MySQL basic command. In MySQL basic command we will see how to create a table inside database, then how to insert the value inside that table, and how to delete the table from existing database. So first question should be why we require a table for MySQL database. So basically whatever the data, let's say your password ID comes under the table only. So each data should have the table, and you can group your data into one table, and after that you can access that table, so that you can access your data. So let's see how to create a table inside database. So if you want to create a table inside database, use command create table and table name, then column type, column 2, column type 2. So each column has its own type. So let's compare with the C language. So if you want to create a variable in C language, you need to pass the data type of that variable. So this is the variable, and this is the data type. So in our project we will use employee column. So inside the employee column we have to pass the employee name and the password. So we will create that table. So let's see how to create the employee table. So we have to pass create table, then employee, then first column is id, which is integer type, and this id has property auto increment primary key. So this first line means that there is id, which is nothing but the serial number of your record. Then auto increment means that whenever you add the record, it will increment automatically by 1. So let's say with excel sheet serial number, second is your name, and third is your password. So we require this data from the user to create a uh, new login for a new user. So first one is serial number. So we will not take a serial number from the user because it is primary key and it is auto increment. So as soon as first data gets added, so let's say name, that is Rahul, and password is 9922. As soon as user provide this Rahul and password, the serial number comes 1 automatically here. So that in, in syntax we declare here auto increment primary key. Then let's say the another user come, Vinayak, having password 1020. Then this serial number automatically increment by 1, and it's text value 2. So as soon as the new user come with new id and new password, then automatically this serial number increment by 1. So this is a logic behind the auto increment primary key. So next part is first name, and it has character 20 and not null. So whenever new user come, he has to provide his username, and that username should becomes under the string. So that here we have declared first name that has 20 maximum 20 character, and that should be the not null. Then password should be the integer, and this also be not null. So here you can see this is a table we will create in MySQL. So let's open the MySQL. We already use the medicine table. Then if you want to create that database, we will use this line. Okay, you can see here the we pasted our syntax, that is first one is create table, then employee name, first id, then second is first name, and last one is our password. So after I press enter, then you can see here the query okay, so that it means our table is created. So next table we have to create for our web application is medicine table. So inside medicine table, same there is ID with auto increment functionality and is primary key. Then we have medicine name. Then we need medicine price. Then we require expiry date of that medicine. Then company name and the quantity. So each of these has some data type. So name should be has character 20, then price is character 20, then expiry date is character 20, company name should be in character, and quantity is in integer. So we will create this table. Now you can see if we want to create a medicine table, you have to pass the id, then name, then expiry date, then company name and the quantity. After I press enter, then query is okay. Another table is created in MySQL. So next part is show list of the table that is present in database. So if you want to see the list of table that is already present in database, you can use this command show tables. So we will use this command show table. So you can see in medicine database we have employee and medicine table. So with this we have created our two database which is required in our web application, that is employee and the medicine table. So if you want to delete any existing database, you can existing table from the database, you can use this command drop table and table name. So if you want to see this, then I will use drop table and let's say employee. So after this we use command show medicine show table. So you can see after a drop table employee, there is only one table comes under the medicine table, medicine database, that is medicine table. Then with this we will see the base. We have seen the basic command of MySQL, that is how to create a table inside database and how to show the list of table inside database. Then how to drop the table from the database. The main part of this session is we have to create a table by using the Python command. So we will again drop this existing table. Then we use drop table and table name is medicine underscore table. So with this, if we show tables, press enter, then the database is empty. There is no table inside the database. Now we will create a table by using the Python code. So let's see how to create the table by using the Python code. So first line of Python code is import MySQL DB. So I have already explained how to install the MySQL DB in first part. So that I request you please watch my first part so that you will not get any error from MySQL DB. So we have first imported the MySQL DB package in Python. Then next line is MySQL DB connect. So basically this function is used to connect your local database with Python. In this we have to pass your IP address, that is local IP address of your machine. This is 127.0.0.1. So this is common IP address, you can use this one also. Then we have to pass the MySQL name and MySQL password, that is MySQL name is root and password also the root. It is depending on the your setting that you have done when you create the MySQL server. Then we have to pass the database name. So we have already created the database, that is medicine. So in MySQL connect we pass the IP address, we pass the MySQL name, we pass the MySQL password, and we pass the database name that we have to use. Then next part is DB cursor. So basically DB cursor will create the cursor object of MySQL DB package. So by using this object we will execute the MySQL command. So by using this cursor object we will execute the MySQL command. We already seen that how to use the basic MySQL command, like to create a database, to create a table. So we manually execute that command by using this MySQL server. But if you want to execute that command using Python, you require the cursor object. Then cursor dot execute. This method is basically used to execute the MySQL commands. So first line is drop table if exist employee. So it means that if there is employee table already exist, it will delete that table. Then after that we have to pass the MySQL command to create the employee table. So we see that if you want to create the employee table, we require the table name, then ID, then first name and password. So the create table, then table name, that is employee, then ID should be auto increment primary key, then first name is character 20, it should be not null, and password is character 20, it should be the not null. So in Python, basically when we create a database, we will prefer the character type of data, because in Python we can easily convert that character into the integer. That this is known as the typecasting. The basic concept of typecasting I have already explained in part 2. So please watch the part 2. I have added link in description. So this is our command to create the table. Then we have to execute this SQL command. So I have already told you, if you want to execute this command, you require the execute function. So cursor.execute and SQL. This SQL comes from there here, and it will execute the command. So as soon as we run this program, the employee table will created inside our medicine database. So if you see here now, show table, so there is no table inside our medicine database. So as soon as we run this program, the employee table will created having this two parameter, first name and the password. So if you want to run this program, open python IDE. So once you open the Python IDE, the Python shell will open. Then go to the file, open, and give the path of your program. Then select that program, create table. I will open that one. And if you want to run this code, go to the run and run module. So once you run, it will give a warning that unknown table employee, because the first line is cursor execute drop table if exists. Though there is no employee table, so Python gives a warning that the unknown table employee. So ignore this warning, and now you can verify the table is created in database or not by using show tables command. So once you execute show table command, the employee table get added in medicine database. So next part is we have to create a table, that is medicine table, inside this medicine database. So I will open that program for medicine table. So this is a program for medicine table. So first line is import MySQL DB, that is MySQL package, then MySQL connect. This one is used to connect the your local database with the Python. You have to provide the ID and password, then database name, then cursor DB, that will create the cursor object of MySQL. Then first it will execute if medicine table exists, then it will drop the table. And if you want to create a table, you have to pass the create table name, then primary key is ID, then name, price, expiry date, company name, and quantity. All this data should be in character and should be not null. Then cursor.execute SQL command. This is SQL command. So once you run this code, so it will give warning, and you can verify that table is created in your MySQL or not by using command show tables. So you can see the employee and medicine table gets created inside the medicine database. So we have successfully created the table, MySQL table, by using the Python language. Okay, next part is how to insert the data into the table. So that we first see the command. So you have to pass insert into table name, that is your table name. Then column 1, column 2, column 3 name correspond to your table that we already created. Then values, value 1 correspond to column 1, value 2 should be correspond to column 3, and value 3 should be correspond to column 3. So for example, with Excel sheet, this is your column name, password, and then value is Rahul and 9922 is password. For this column name, Vinayak is value, and 1020 is value for this password column. So in previous slide we already discussed that for employee table there are two columns, first name and password having character value, and for medicine table there are name, price, expiry date, quantity, company name and quantity. All this column and should have the character value. So with respect to that, we will create we will insert value into medicine table, and we will insert value into employee table. So we will copy this one and paste into our SQL server and press enter. So as soon as press enter, you will see query okay. That means the value is inserted into this uh, medicine table. So if you want to see the value inside medicine table, there is one command, select star from, and you have to give the table name, that is medicine underscore table, and press enter. So once you press enter, you can see one first value is added with ABC value, and price is 100, expiry date is 2020 to 2011, then company name is simple and quantity is 200. Likewise uh, we have to add data into employee table. So copy this one. Okay, so you can see here we use insert into employee, that is table name, then first name and password that is correspond to your column name. When if I press enter, then query okay, that is value is inserted into this employee table. Then if you want to see the value inside employee table, you can use this command, select star, then from table name, that is employee. So you can see ID1 is created with first name Rahul and password is 9922. So you can see here first name should be identical with this first name, and this password should be identical with password. Okay, so we have seen how to insert the data into the table by using the manual by writing the manual command on MySQL server. So let's see the program of Python, how we can insert this same data by using the Python language. So before that, okay, so you can see this is a program which is used for to insert the data into the employee table that we have already created by using the same Python code. So you can see there is user is Shashank and password is 1234. So if we see inside this table, inside employee table, there is Rahul and Vinayak, there is no Shashank. So once we run this program, the Shashank and with password 1234 get inserted in our employee table. So let's see importance of each and every line from this program. So first line is import MySQL DB. I have already told you this is a MySQL package which is used for to connect the MySQL database by using Python. Then we have created one variable user which takes the username, that is Sashank. Then again password, they will take the password of employee. So in future we will not take this static password. We will take the name and user password from our web page. So this you will learn later in later video. So next part is MySQL.connect. I have told you this function is used to connect your database. So this is your IP address, then root is your database name, root is your password, then medicine is your data, medicine is your database. Then if you want to create the cursor object, this is a function db.cursor. Then SQL, this is your command. This is one variable which takes your command. So command is insert into employee, this is table name, then first name and password, values percentage. So whenever you run the program, this percentage and percentage will replace with user and password. So this user password get converted into this get stored into percentage, and this password gets stored into this percentage, and then this percentage, first percentage which correspond to first name, and second percent name correspond to the password. So this is actually basic syntax while taking the input uh, from the user. So next one is try and expect method. This is nothing but the exception handling. So if there is any error in code, then this exception get execute, and your database gets closed. So first it will go to the try method, then cursor dot execute. This function actually used to execute your MySQL command. So in SQL, this command or complete command get copied into SQL, and this cursor dot execute will execute this SQL. So as soon as we run this code, you can see there is no error. And if we check the employee table, then you can see here Shashank with username 1234 gets added. So we have successfully added the user name and password with our Python code. So next part is we have to insert data using Python language in another table, that is medicine table. So I will open that program first. So this is program we use for to insert the value into medicine table. So first variable is medicine name, that is X, then price is Y, the expiry date is Z, company name is XYZ, quantity is 20. Okay, all these variables should be in string. And okay, so next part is mysql.connect. This function is used to connect your database with your Python. The db cursor, it is used to create a cursor object. Then sql, it is a variable which takes your sql command. So command is insert into medicine table. So medicine table is nothing but your table name, then name, price, expiry date, company name, and quantity. It is a value, it is a column name which is used in your table. So next is values. So values of this name, price, expiry date should be passed inside this. So first is percentage, that first percent s is correspond to the medicine name, then second percentage correspond to the price, likewise expiry date, company name, and quantity. So whatever the column present here, you have to pass that much amount of percentage here, and then we have to give the value of that percentage. So this value taken from this variable. So as soon as you will run this code, so there is no error. And if you check the data inside medicine table, then you can see xyz is getting added into the medicine table. So we successfully created table, we successfully added value inside table by using the Python language. So next part is read whatever the value you have added inside the table by using the Python language. Okay, so this program is used to read the value from your database. So first we will access the medicine table. So whatever the value, like you observe here, that is in our database, that value will be present after we run the program on output window of Python. So we will see the line, importance of each line. So first line is import MySQL DB, which is used for the same connection of your MySQL with your Python. Then localhost, which takes your local IP address of your code of your laptop. Then mysql.connect, this is function which is used to connect your MySQL with your Python. Then db cursor, it will create cursor object. Then SQL, it is a variable which takes the store the command of your MySQL. So command is select star from medicines table. So basically this command is used to take read the value from the medicine table. So if you take this command and execute here, so it will give the output whatever the data present inside the medicine table. So we have used the same command. Then try method, cursor dot execute, it will execute your command, whatever a command. Then result, inside result, whatever result is equal to cursor dot fetch all. So this function basically used to take the data whatever the present inside medicine table, and this data getting stored into the result. And if you check the type of result, it will be the list type. Then if you want to iterate the list, you have to use for loop. I have already told you in second part of Python video, I have already told you how to use the for loop to iterate the list. So if you want to see that video, I have provided link in description. Please watch that video, so you will get idea about for loop. In for loop, for syntax of for loop is that for we have to pass the variable name, then in result, that is result is this, then name, price, expiry date, company and column. This name should be stored into the row first, then row 2, then row 3, row 4 and row 5 has name, has price, expiry date, company name and quantity. So if you see in MySQL, this is your row 1, this is your row 2, this is your row 3, row 4 and row 5. So with this, uh, the data gets stored into this row 1, row 2, row 3 and row 4 variable. So after that, we have to print that whatever data come inside name, price and company and quantity. So to print data, we use print syntax: print name percentage, price percentage, expiry date percentage, company name percentage, quantity percentage. So percentage will get replaced with the this name, price, expiry date, company and quantity, and this variable we have already declared here. So whatever the data come inside this, it will print after this name, price. So once we run the program, so if there is any error inside this try method, this exception get execute and it will print error in error during the fetching this data. And db close, it is function used to close the database. So once we run the code, so you can see one by one line all the data get printed. So name, first one is abc, the price is 100, expiry date is this. So if we compare with our database, you can see first one abc 100, 2020, then supply and 200. So same data gets printed here. You can see same data gets printed here, and then next row data. So this is in this way you can iterate the employee table also. I will open that code. So in employee table all the things are same, only the changes is select star from the employee. So here we pass the employee table, that is employee table name, then try method, then same cursor dot execute, it will execute your command and it will then cursor dot fetch all, then it will return all the result, all the data present in the employee table, and this data gets stored into the result variable. And this result variable nothing but the array which contains all your employee data. Then we have to iterate that array by using the for loop. Then we will store name and password one by one by using the row and row 2 variable. Then we have to print that name and name 2 with print statement name percentage password percentage. This percentage gets replaced with name and password. So whenever fetch all result get this function get execute, all the data gets stored into result. So result has two column, first and second, and this for loop will iterate two times. So in first time it will take the first row data, that is this one. So let's see. Okay, so this will iterate three times because there is three data. So you can see here row value, starting row value is 0, so it will jump to this row value 0. Then inside row value 0 it will first fetch the first name and then fetch the data of password, this one row 1 and row 2, and that password and that name and password get stored into this variable. So after running this code, you can see three times that for loop get executed and it will give all your data which is present inside the employee table. So in this way you can in this way we have learned how to create a database, then how to create a different tables in inside the database, how to insert the various data into that table, and how to read that data from the table by using Python language. I will add all this code in my Google Drive and will provide that link in description so that you can access all the code from that link. So if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and do not forget to press the bell icon.